Lumbar depth adjustment. What is it, and do you need it on your new office chair? In this video, we're gonna go over everything lumbar depth adjustment so that you can easily make that decision. Hey guys, it's Ryan with btodd.com, and in today's video, we're gonna take a closer look at lumbar depth adjustment. So first, we're going to ask the question, what is lumbar depth adjustment? And why would it be important for me? So when looking at lumbar in general, lumbar is just gonna basically be the curve in your lower back. And what lumbar depth adjustment does is it either accentuates or makes the curve less noticeable. So depth adjustment just gives you more or less support in that lower lumbar area. Why is this important? This is important because everyone is different. Everyone has different sitting postures, things that make them more or less comfortable. And so being able to control the depth of that lumbar, the curve in your lower back, really helps to ensure that the chair will be comfortable for your taste and your body shape, and that's what the adjustment is important for. So now that we've talked about what lumbar depth adjustment is and why it might be important for you, we're going to get into some of the different styles that manufacturers use to incorporate lumbar depth adjustment, with the first being an airbag system. So we've got two chairs here. Both of them are going to be from neutral posture. We've got the 8000 series, and then we've got the Big and Tall Junior. Now I will say that the airbag systems are typically going to be found on higher end chairs, more expensive chairs. This chair is going to be around $700, and this one's going to be well over $1,000. But if you do like that type of system, it can definitely be worth it. So the way that it's going to work is just like a typical airbag. You pump it up to increase the tension by increasing the amount of air, or you can release the air out of the bag and it's going to release the tension and provide less support. So we've got two different systems for doing that with these two chairs. The first is going to be a lever. On the 8000 series, you simply toggle the lever up to pump up the airbag, or you push it down to release it and the air will come out. Similar system on the neutral posture Big and Tall Junior. It's just going to be a pump, like a blood pressure pump or a pump at your local pharmacy. You just squeeze the ball and it's going to increase the pressure. If you want to release the pressure, you can turn the silver knob and it will release it and have less pressure for you. So this is going to be the first system of the three that we're going to take a look at with lumbar depth adjustment. So the next way that manufacturers incorporate lumbar depth adjustment is simply by bending the backrest. So two examples of this would be the Steelcase Leap chair and the Office Master Truly chair. It's a little bit more difficult to see on the Leap, but it's very, very easy to see on the Truly because it does not have a padded backrest with upholstery. And so this is a great one to highlight it. And all it's going to do is it's simply going to bend the lower portion of the backrest to either accentuate the curve or straighten the backrest out so that it's more flat. So turning the knob will increase the curve in one direction, turning the knob the other way will flatten the backrest out, giving you complete control over how much that lumbar section is curved for you. Now, the Leap functions very similarly. It has a knob in a different location, but it's a little bit more difficult to see it happening, but it's definitely the same system, and this is a system that we see on quite a few office chairs throughout the industry. So we've touched on airbags, we've touched on bending the backrest to accentuate the curve, and the final way that manufacturers incorporate lumbar depth adjustment is to simply have a separate piece that gets pushed in or out to control the curve. And they go about this in a couple different ways. So I've got a few different examples here. The first one being the Herman Miller Sella. This is going to have a knob that you can turn to increase the amount that this piece moves in or out, giving you either a larger or smaller curve. The CXO does the same thing, except for it has a button that you push to make the pad go in or out, and that's going to kind of be the system that we see on most chairs. I will say that there is going to kind of be an upgrade to this system, which we see on the Mira 2 and the Zodi. These both have separate pieces that go in or out to accentuate that lumbar, but you can control both sides independently, which is very unique, something that we usually only see on higher end chairs. So when we look at the Zodi, it's going to have a knob on the left and the right side of the lumbar, so you can increase that right side a little more or the left side a little less, or however you want to tweak it if you have different sitting preferences. So you're really going to be able to dial it in and have more control with this type of system on the Mira 2 or the Zodi as compared to the CXO or the Sella. So these are going to be the main ways that you're going to incorporate a design where there's a separate piece pushing the backrest in. This is going to be the final category in terms of airbags, bending backrests, and then getting that separate piece to bend in. All of them are going to accomplish the same goal. They do go about it a little bit differently depending on your preferences or tastes, will kind of dictate which system will be best for you. So before closing out the video, I do just want to kind of touch on the idea that not all lumbar depth adjustment systems are created equal. And just because a chair has lumbar depth adjustment does not necessarily mean that it's going to be comfortable or fit your needs specifically for you. So really, I think the best thing to do is take the information that we've provided here in this video with the different systems out there, the different adjustability options, and kind of decide which one would be the best fit for your needs, taking price into consideration along with some of the factors that you get with the different systems that we've looked at today. And that will kind of help to identify what would be best for you and your particular needs. If I missed something in this video and you need some extra information, feel free to reach out to us either at our website or on our social media channels, and we can get that answered for you so that you know what the best fit for your needs would be. If you've made it this far in the video, I would really appreciate you hitting that like button. And if you like content like this and want some more of it, I would really suggest subscribing, because we do have lots of videos like this planned for the near future. Thanks a lot for watching.